Charles Omenihu, man, I think he's going to be an absolute monster for the Kansas City Chiefs. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining why. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they went and got Charles Omenihu after that amazing performance in the wild card against the Seahawks. The Chiefs seen like, okay, this guy has a lot of potential. It's hard to get 10 sacks when you're behind Nick Bosa and the 49ers. We know their defensive line was amazing, and Charles wasn't a starter, and he still got around 5.5 sacks. But now that he's on the Kansas City Chiefs, he has a huge chance to become a starter. He probably is the starter at this point because I can't really see Felix Dyke starting over Charles Omenihu. Like, I get it's a slight possibility, but in my opinion, I can't see it happening at all. But maybe it could. But I think Charles Omenihu is definitely going to start. And I do think he's going to be a very good player because he has a lot of power. Like, he has a very high win rate. He has a lot of power. And he could bull rush us through the offensive linemen. And that's going to be something very special. And that's basically what our whole correct me on what I said earlier. It's 4.5 sacks. But, man, y'all Chiefs fans, like, I'm a Chiefs fan too, obviously. But I'm saying, like, other Chiefs fans don't give nobody a chance, bro. Like, give Charles Omenihu a chance to show what he could do. Like, he was on the 49ers, bro. He's not going to be, like, it's very hard to be a very, very good defensive lineman on the 49ers unless you're Nick Bosa or, Greenlaw. Like, it's honestly hard. It's not that easy, you feel me? They just have a very good defensive line. But Charles Omenihu was a rotational player, and he still did very good. And his win rate was very high. He didn't get the snaps that much. It's all about getting the snaps. He had 2 sacks against Seattle in the wild card, so I think he's going to get a lot of snaps on the Chiefs. He's going to have a lot of opportunities to show what he could do. And at 6'5", 280, this is another Spags prototype, man. Another Spags defensive lineman that's going to come in and make a big impact. And I just love what Spags is doing. Now, I wish we could get a speed rusher. I mean, we got B.J. Thompson, but I'm going to make a video on him, but I don't really know what he's going to do. Like, he's going to be more of a next year type of player. I feel like B.J. Thompson is definitely going to be like more of a next year type of player. But we gave Charles Omenihu 2-year, $16 million. So I think that's a very good contract with $10 million guaranteed, $10.6 million guaranteed. So if he does good, he can raise that up. And yeah, it's $16 million for 2 years. That's very solid. Gives him another reason to play very good. And now we're just gonna be breaking down Charles Omenihu. Now, I get he has some court problems. That's another thing Chiefs fans was worried about, but you don't got to worry about none of that, man. You don't got to worry about none of that. But, yeah, he could literally he could rush inside, he could rush outside, rush over center. Like, I've literally just said that. And if you just look at him throughout his career, he's been able to do that, rush inside out. So his versatility is there, and that's what Veach and Spags are targeting. They're targeting versatility on defense. Every single player at every position is versatile. If you look at that, like if you look at our team, look at our roster, look at our depth chart, every player on defense is versatile. And he plays hard, and he could also stuff the run pretty well. So I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be very good. And that attitude just fits Steve Spagnuolo's system, and it fits his defensive line and Joe Cullen's system as well. But yeah, man, this season was technically like a breakout season for Charles. And when he came to the Bay Area in November of 2021, he really had no expectations. Now he's on the Kansas City Chiefs. I still don't know if he has he actually does. Just gave him 2 years, $16 million. So he has to do at least what he did in the 49ers or better. But I think he's going to do way better. I think he's going to actually pop off with us. And in the playoffs, he had a forced fumble against the Dallas Cowboys. And like I said, he had 2 sacks against the Seahawks. So he's coming off a very strong playoff performance. And that's just going to go into the next season. And thank God it's with us and not the San Francisco 49ers. So that might haunt them if we go against them in the Super Bowl again. You know how we get with owning the 49ers. But yeah, man, Charles Omenihu, he only started 2 games. And one thing about him, he was very consistent. He never slowed down. And his pressure numbers is honestly insane. So it goes to show you how productive he is. Like, yes, Nick Bosa's in front of him, but that's the problem. Nick Bosa's with him. That's the problem. You're not going to shine with Nick Bosa. Like, I don't know. For some people you could, but for some people you can't. But I do think he's going to do better with us because it's just a better place for him, in my opinion. It's a way better place for him. So I love that we got him, and it's gonna be very nice to see. He had back-to-back games with like 5 pressures that season too. So yeah, man, and he's age 25. Like I don't know why the 49ers would get rid of him, bro. It doesn't make no sense. And like he's just a relentless pass rusher. You know, he takes advantage of the mismatches. And the Niners, when they kicked him inside, that's when he really was doing good. He does his best work inside. So you could put him next to Chris Jones. Like you could do whatever with him. If the Chiefs really want to, they could run Chris Jones with Omenihu, have Keandre Colburn subbing in and out, and Felix and George Karlaftis on the edge. I mean, that would be pretty nice to see, you know? But hey, and at 6'5", 280, like I said, he's very quick for somebody that's 280. His strength is obviously very good, and he has a very high motor. So his athleticism is his greatest strength, and that's what's going to be hard to stop. A big, athletic defensive lineman, that's a tool, and it's really a hard tool to stop. Now, his run defense is very good, but he does need to improve on his tackles because he can miss tackles at times. And I get that thing off the field where he was arrested for misdemeanor domestic violence charge during the playoffs this past season, but I ain't gonna lie, man. The Chiefs have had a lot of players with some problems, so we're not really too worried about that. And he counted less than $5 million against the Chiefs cap, so it wasn't. That's not that bad. And this contract, man, it's a high. He has a chance to make a serious bag. I mean, can't say Veach didn't spend this offseason. He really did, in my opinion. But it's probably not on the players y'all wanted, but he did spend. 2-year deal worth $20 million max value. That's not bad. So he has a chance to prove himself and go get his own bag. He tied his career mark of quarterback hits with 16, career high in sacks 4.5, career high in tackles. So Joe Cullen is gonna make him a literal beast, and I just can't wait to see it, man. And him coming off his best season ever makes everything even better. And he lined up in the A gap, B gap, or literally directly over the offensive tackle in like 44% of his snaps. So him being used primarily as like a situational or inside pass rusher to make his impact on the starting defense, it was really something that was very good. It was really something that was very good for the 49ers. And it was a role that was held by like Arden Key. And we know when he moved on to go to the Jaguars, he became a dynamic rusher, a very good edge rusher. So that could be similar to Charles Omenihu's situation. He's going to come to the Kansas City Chiefs and put in a lot of work because he wasn't used how he should have been on the 49ers, you know. So, yeah, man. He came into the league as a long, explosive player. 85.5 wingspan, 36-inch arms, 36.5 vertical. So I don't know. I think he fits the Chiefs very well. We love them big athletic players that could do multiple things, like I repeated. And I just can't wait to see it. And the Chiefs are gonna literally, like, I think he's gonna start, bro. He has to start. They gave him incentives built that could get him 20 mil, so they think he could take that step. And his physical, athletic profile fits what the team looks for in their players. So I really just can't wait to see everything, man. And like I said, his pass rush ability is wild, and he's a very good player. He's going to put in a lot of work with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's very powerful, very fast. His bull rush is insane. But yeah, Veach, I'm just proud of what he's doing, and the Chiefs are going to keep being good. It's been your boy Chiefs Priority, and I'm out, man. Peace. New equipment on the way.